Recently, I flew to Miami and sailed on the biggest cruise ship in the world, Icon of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. There's so much fun on the ship. There's water slides, infinity pool, different performance shows, juggling, aqua shows, and crazy ice skating shows. But one of the most questions I got asked for from my cruising experience is the complimentary food served at the main dining. As you know, there had been some changes of the main dining room experience, the menu, the food since 2023. So, is the main dining experience as good as before? And is it worth it to still sail with Royal Caribbean? Today's video, we'll check it out.
Hey guys, it's Miss Ming here. We are here at the Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas. I'm walking to the main dining and let's check out the main dining experience here because there are a lot of changes. There have been a lot of changes since the last time I sailed with Royal Caribbean. So it's the main dining experience. For the better or worse, let's check it out. Today is day 1 Saturday. Let's go!
Today is day 1 dining at the main dining. We chose the early dining at 5 p.m. recommendation section where you have a recommended starter, main course, and also a dessert. And of course, you can order anything unlimited except for the lobster on the lobster night. There are also premium selections where you have to pay extra. But I just don't think it's worth it to pay extra because the food itself is usually pretty okay. All right, let's dig in.
Here is tonight's special crab cake for the appetizer. Let's give it a try. The sauce is really creamy. The crab cake tastes good. Good. Let's give you a little crab cake, yeah? It actually tastes pretty good. 8 out of 10. Also got the shrimp cocktails. Signature dish. Brendan said he thinks the shrimp is bigger than last time. 7 out of 10. We'll eat again. It's the kids' meal, mac and cheese and the fries. Probably gonna fall asleep. Here's my fish fillet. They actually don't specify what fish this is. The plate is kind of hot. There's vegetables at the bottom. They give you like 2 fish fillet. It's actually a lot of food. I think actually they gave you more food than before. The portion is bigger last time compared to last time when we went to Allure of the Seas when they first changed the main dining, which is a plus. Here is the prime rib, medium rare. I actually cooked pretty rare, right? Cooked perfect. Let's take it. Yay, let's take it. All right, let's try this fish. They give you so much of the fish fillet. It's a white fish. They don't tell you what it is. This is actually potatoes underneath. The potatoes is so good. The cheese, the sauce on the fish, the seasoning is good. Fish part. It's not focusing. I would recommend this fish. Granted, I don't know what fish this is. I wish I know. It doesn't specify on the menu. But the flavor is good. There's a little bone in there. Be careful. It's a little bit on the fishy side, I would say. 7.5 out of 10. It's not the best fish I had on Royal Caribbean for sure. But it's also not bad. It's like 7.5. I would buy it again. I would eat it again. But at the same time, like it's a little bit on the fishier side. I wish like the sauces, they give you a little bit more sauce all over the fish, but the sauce is actually on the potato. Overall, not bad. 7.5. Did you like yours? On a scale 1 to 10?
Like a solid 6.5.
6.5. 6.5.
They have to put a lot of sauce on it to make it taste better.
Oh, they have to put a lot of sauce to taste better.
It is. It's not that. The meat cut is not that good.
Okay, the meat cut is not that good. Well, you have to go to the Chops Grill if you got a good cut of meat. But it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's rice cake. It's peanut butter rice cake, I think. Let's try it. Yeah, rice cake. Rice cake. Crispy creamy rice with peanut butter on top. It's actually good. I got a regular ice cream.
I always like to check out Windjammer, the buffet, after I finish my meal at the main dining just because, I wonder what they have for the day. And I do feel like for the variety of the food, there are less variety of Windjammers this cruise compared to before they changed the dining experience, but there are definitely way larger varieties of food here. There's still the burger station, salad station, and if you didn't know, you can find most of the main dining food items at Windjammer. It's just they're served differently, not as pretty.
Guys, here is the day 2 of the main dining, so let's check it out. And today is dress your best night. Instead of formal night, they call it dress your best. So we got the menu list. Oh, we got the butternut squash soup. That's always good. And the entrees. Oh, lobster tail. Today is lobster night. However, you can only get one tail per person. And we got the dessert. So the dress your best night is actually the lobster night. Here is the butternut squash soup. Oh, cheese board.
Is that like cheese plate?
The butternut squash soup is so good. Warm and cozy. I would give it 9 out of 10. Highly recommend. But I'm pretty sure it's seasonal. It's mainly savory, slightly sweet, very creamy, a little bit of spice. Here's the lobster tail. They open it and put the little sauce, and there's a butter sauce on the side.
Different now, like with sauce on it.
Yeah, it's different from before. They put the sauce inside of the lobster. Some vegetables. What's that? Potatoes?
Yep, they don't
All
care.
right, let's try the. All right, let's try the lobster tail. Let's put it, dip in the butter a little bit. Good flavor. With the butter sauce, it's amazing. Gotta dip into the butter sauce, makes everything better. Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. But it's not unlimited anymore. Sad. I wish it's 2 per person. But overall, very enjoyable meal. And you can order something else in addition to this. It's just 1 tail per person. Here is the green pea with the mint on top. Interesting. You want to try it?
Okay, you'll get some too, don't worry. Wanna try? Nope, he doesn't know.
It's not hot. Okay. I would say this risotto is pretty good. It has like a nice minty flavor. It's very different. It's very fresh. I would give it 8.5 out of 10. If you're a vegan, this is a good one. Also, I want to say that they're giving out the second lobster tail. Well, they at least give one to Brandon.
You got it.
They didn't ask me. I don't want to upcharge just in case, but they were giving out the second tail,
Here.
but just very low key. Here is the cappuccino coffee cake. Oh, it's pretty creamy. Icing is kind of like cream, and it's like coffee flavored. And underneath is like the chocolate cake. It's actually very moist. So it's kind of like coffee mocha flavor. It's not too dense. It's pretty light, actually. I would say this is a pretty good dessert. 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty good.
This carbonate to go for you, yeah? And I'll just get some silverware and wrap it.
Yummy. Cheers. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too sweet, not too dense. Pretty light.
Day 3 has a theme, is Italian night, so they were serving a lot of Italian food here, but also they were serving other types of food. So if you don't like Italian food, there are also other choices that you can go with. Alright, let's check it out.
Carpaccio, it's the same
Big
goal.
carpaccio. How's that taste?
Like always, it's good.
Like always, tastes good. Tonight is Italian night. We got the soup with veggies. It's a tomato-based soup. So little veggies in there, and the beans. Very tomatoey. It's a lot of herbs. Tastes good though. Basically, everything tonight has marinara sauce. Almost.
Yeah.
I would say 7 out of 10. It has a little big noodle here. Our waiter guy also brought us this. We didn't order, but he's like, try this. So we're gonna try this. Try this then. With a little sauce. Tastes pretty good. I actually don't know what this is. I think it's rice in the middle. Interesting. Mushroom risotto. Well, you dig in too fast. I didn't even get a chance.
You told me to do.
Mushroom risotto tastes pretty good.
I think the risotto
But
always.
I think it's, yeah, the mushroom risotto always tastes good. And they give you a lot of mushrooms. Give you a lot of mushrooms in there.
It's a good flavor.
Yeah, Brendan said it has a ton of good flavor. Okay, this is the soul fish. So rice at the bottom. 2 pieces of fish at the top. Okay, here is the lamb. What is it? Lamb
Kofta.
lamb kofla. Kofla.
Indian.
Indian food. Here is the naan bread that goes with the lamb, I guess. And here's the lasagna.
Yeah, you eat it like.
All right, let's dig in. See, the fish is anything good? The fish is really good, lightly breaded. Has pretty good flavor. Actually, I do recommend. This is so much better than the fish on the first day.
Grab a bowl.
This nice creamy sauce at the bottom. Okay, let's try out this lamb thing. So we dip into the lamb sauce.
I do it, but that's okay.
So good. This Indian dish is so good. This is actually so good. And the rice is amazing. The sauce is amazing. This is 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. The Indian dishes here, so good. Alright, let's try the lasagna for the review. Let's try the lasagna for the review. This lasagna is really good. Has a lot of meat in the sauce. So much better than a Costco lasagna for sure. What do you want? Do you want this one? Yeah, I would say day 3 of the Ming dining experience, 9 out of 10. All the dishes we ordered are so good. The fish is pretty good. It's better than the first day. And the Indian dish, the Indian lamb, is amazing. And I normally don't even eat the lamb. And the naan bread and the sauce with the rice is so good. Lasagna is so meaty and really good flavor. Here's the dessert. Here's the tiramisu. What's this? What did you order? It's like a crispy cake almost. It's kind of like a crispy cake. It has jelly in there, like jam. Crispy rice cake thing with jelly and berry on top. Interesting. I would give this one 6 out of 10. Edible, but not my favorite. Let's try this one. Tiramisu. The tiramisu seems pretty cheaply made. Actually tastes pretty good. It has real coffee at the bottom. Kind of bitter at the bottom. At the top has a lot of whipped cream, like a ton of whipped cream. Real coffee. If you're a coffee lover, get this one. Very moist. Kind of watery though. Too much coffee in the bottom. I will give the tiramisu maybe 7 out of 10. Not the best, but I love the strong coffee flavor for sure. I think day 3 is a success, and I will see you in the following day.
Sadly, on day 4, we missed the main dining time slot, and it was a poor day. Brendan almost didn't make it back to the ship. But on the plus side, we went to the Windjammer, and it's Caribbean night, and they always serve the oxtail soup. It's the best. I had 3 of these containers, and it's great. It's only served at the Windjammers, I believe, from previous cruises, so I'm so glad that we actually ate at the Windjammer for that day.
Today is day 5. Oh, poblano soup. I like that. Chiang Mai crusted salmon. Oh. So we have the normal stuff. In addition to that, today we switched to the tortilla soup, escargot, poblano pepper soup is good too. We got salmon, that's the special, enchilada, asada. Oh, this is Mexican night. Taste of Mexico. See, I could touch the Mexican night. It's tacos and tres leches, Mexican dessert. Here is the poblano soup. I'm pretty sure I've had this before in the previous cruise. Let's try the poblano soup. Has a little corn in there, very flavorful. Spicy level medium. Kind of salty. It's definitely more spicy than the previous cruises, but I love it. It has a very strong poblano pepper taste. I do recommend it.
So my baby played with my phone and changed the settings so there is no audio afterwards. This is the carne asada. It actually tasted pretty good. The meat quality is good. They can cook it rare, medium, or however you like. And the flavor is supposed to be really good according to my mother-in-law. Alright, now switch to my salmon, which is amazing because they put the mango salsa on top, which is my favorite type of salsa. There is like some sort of a spice seasoning on top of my salmon. This is actually the best tasting salmon I've ever had on the boat, on the ship. Highly recommend. It tastes better than the other salmon. Especially it tastes better than the specialty restaurant Hooked. Then I really didn't like the specialty restaurant Hooked. The third thing that we ordered is this pulled pork enchiladas. First of all, when we first got this, I was like, what the heck is this? It doesn't look like an enchilada. It looks like a burrito. No, on the menu it says it's pulled pork enchilada. So let's try this out. This has to be the weirdest enchilada I've ever had. Even as a burrito, it tastes pretty darn weird. I did not like it. The sauce was super sweet. Of course, it has this like southern taste, southern flavor to the pulled pork, so the sauce is a little bit sweeter, but it's way too sweet to my liking. It's just not edible. But then my husband ate it. My husband was like, oh my gosh, this is so spicy. I was like, what? I don't taste any spice. So I felt like maybe there's something wrong with the way they season it. So if you eat one piece of this pulled pork enchilada, it becomes very sweet. On the other side, with the sauce, maybe somewhere else, it becomes super, super, super spicy, but not as sweet. So it was just the weirdest thing I ate this entire trip, and I had one bite, never again. According to Brandon, this dish is total failure, not even edible, 0 out of 10. Which is kind of weird because most of the dishes we had on the cruise was super good. I don't know what happened there. For the dessert, we got tres leches, which is recommended, and also the flan. Honestly, living in southern Texas, we eat tres leches and flan cake all the time. All of my friends will make these for us on special holidays, potlucks, and stuff like that. The tres leches was okay. It tastes okay. It tastes like tres leches, but it's definitely not as good as the ones that I eat in San Antonio, Texas. The flan though, so bad. It has this weird, dense texture that I don't know what this is. Even I make better flan than this, and I don't even cook as much, especially when it comes to Mexican food. But when I was in graduate school, I had a lot of friends from Mexico, and they taught me how to make flan. It's actually not that hard once you get the recipe, but the flan was totally not edible. The tres leches was okay. It kind of has some tres leches flavor, but the dessert, bad. The only dessert that actually tasted good was the coconut cake. We didn't even order it. I think the waiter knew that there's something wrong with the flan, so he actually voluntarily brought up a coconut cake, say, hey, do you want to try this coconut cake? It turned out to be great. So I'm so glad he did that. Great service. Bad Mexican food on Mexican night. I'm sorry. It was not a great experience except for my salmon and the soup.
Hey Virgo, here is day 6. Today is the second lobster night. But if you want more than one tail, you have to pay $16.99. Only the first one is free. But I would say it's pretty interesting because we had lobster night on the day 2. So we have 2 lobster nights, even though you can only get one tail each night, which I think it's not too bad. Here's the avocado melon salad. It's in there. Oh, it has figs, avocado, melons. I also got the escargot. There's the French onion soup. Oh, it juiced out. Tastes good, he said. Let's try the melon salad. It has orange, fruit, and avocado. It's basically a fruit bowl. Tastes actually pretty good. Dry figs on top. Here's the butter escargot. There's lots of butter. Tastes great with the bread that comes with it. A lot of butter. Yummy! Appetizers, 10 out of 10. Here's the lobster tail. Here's the tail. Did it open? Yeah, it's open. I actually think the lobster tail here tastes better than the specialty restaurant Hooked. There's some vegetable on the side and a little bit of the rice. Also, our server is breaking us a second tail for Brandon. We got lobster tail and the veggie. It's getting an extra tail right here. And the spicy tiger shrimp. There we go. The tail is out. Here we go. Let's try the second round of lobster tail. Just as good as the first round. Here is the spicy tiger shrimp. Come with the rotis on the side. This one's good. The sauce has a lot of flavor. Spicy level medium. And the sauce with the rice is actually pretty good. 9 out of 10. Recommend. You can dip your bread inside of the sauce. We've got the dessert. This is the red velvet cake. Looks good. The presentation is great. The banana dessert thing, the cup. Our waiter actually said that he doesn't recommend it. So here's the strawberry shortcake. Now let's try the red velvet, which is one of my favorite desserts. Red velvet cake is really good. Very moist, very good flavor. Not overwhelmingly sweet. You can taste the good chocolate flavor. 9 out of 10. I've had better red velvet cake, but this is pretty up there, pretty high in my overall experience. And look at the painting. There's an Asian girl there, kind of scary from this angle in the viewfinder. Now let's try the banana thing. Okay, it's hard to try the banana cake thing. It's hard to use the spoon, so I'll just use the hands. This thing tastes like Nutella. Nutella on the banana cake thing. It's actually pretty good. Nutella on the pie thing. I actually like this a lot. I like the pie crust. Strawberry shortcake. Very good strawberry shortcake. Tonight, all of the food I had are pretty darn good. It's a good night. It's a good night. The last night, bon voyage. So we have, this is the recommendations, the lamb, the crema thing, and the Mediterranean tapas. Today is Mediterranean night. Last meal, last dinner on the ship. There's the seafood cake. It's kind of similar to the first day. Take a look. Here is the seafood cake. Yum, yum. You want some seafood cake? All right, let's try the seafood cake. The seafood cake is a little dry, but the flavor is good. Texture, a little bit too dry to my liking, but the flavor is good. It's slightly better than a lot of seafood in the middle. I can taste the crab. So it's pretty good. You can see a lot of actual seafood in there, not just the batter, but it's a little bit on the drier side. Also got the asparagus appetizer. Let's try this out. It's a small bite. So here is the asparagus. Very plain, but tastes pretty fresh. It's like a healthy appetizer. I would say the appetizers today, 7 out of 10. Good, but definitely not the best. Brandon didn't like the seafood cake. He thought the meat was too dry. The cake is too dry, too much butter. He didn't really like it. He didn't even finish it, but I thought it would taste okay. 7 out of 10. But he would give it, how would I give it? 5? 5 out of 10. Oh no. Here is the lamb. Oh, here's a huge lamb. All right, let's try this. I got the crusted salmon. I also got the Greek vegetables, which is like eggplants and Parmesan cheese, sort of cheese crumbs. Yep, let's take it. The salmon sauce is kind of spicy, like the sauce right here. It's kind of spicy. Let's look at the vegetables. Oh, here's the eggplant, the breadcrumb, and there's mixed vegetables underneath. This one looks really good, actually. So here is the eggplant, the vegetable thing. Let's try this. Tomato based, very hot, but very soft. It has squash in there, potatoes, eggplant that's breaded. I thought there was cheese. There's not a lot of cheese, if there's any. But it's pretty good. Very good, tasty vegetable dish. I'll give this one 9 out of 10. Very good. Let me try the salmon on its own. The salmon feels a little dry. The salmon itself is not spicy. It's the sauce. I would say the salmon dish is 7 out of 10. Not the best salmon. I think it kind of overcooked it a little bit. But flavor-wise, it tastes like salmon. I actually think it tastes pretty similar to the Hooked seafood restaurants. Kind of tastes very similar. Has potatoes underneath. 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Lamb tastes good. It's super soft. Flavor's good. I could eat this again. Probably my best meal at main dining. It's real soft. Tastes like lamb. Like not gamey at all. It's good. Say 8.5.
That's the best meal, 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
It's better than lobster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, better than the lobster.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's better than the lobster.
Here is the dessert. This is what they recommend. The crema, the trifle, peach trifles. It kind of looks like some sort of custard. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's first try the creme brulee or something like that. Oh, it has a crust. Interesting. It has like some sort of sugar crust on top. It actually tastes pretty good. This is actually really creamy. very milky. I love it. This is kind of like better than creme brulee, and I don't even like creme brulee. All right, and for the peach trifle, yeah, I did not like the trifle. This tastes like children's dessert, but the creme brulee is real good.
Tastes like peaches. Different layers of peaches. It's okay. I'll eat it again. I think it tastes good.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Solid 7.
Okay, this one I think it tastes good. It's the crust. It's too good.
Yeah, I like this.
You like this? What is closer?
Tastes like a creme brulee, but with a caramelized, crispy top.
So I will give this one 8, and Brandon give the peach custard 7, but I will give it like 5. But I really like the creme brulee thing. Yeah, I recommend the crema thing. Highly recommend. So I would say today's lamb is definitely the highlight of the day. I don't like to eat lamb, or else I would have ordered it. I just don't like the smell of lamb. But the veggies are so good. I eat a little bit of the salmon for that extra protein. But I would say that I feel like the specialty restaurant Hooked is overhyped. I don't think it's worth it, because I feel like the food that I got from Hooked is basically very similar to the main dining. So I would say if you want to go to Hooked, just look for if they have the similar stuff served at main dining one of the days. But overall, I would say my main dining experience is pretty good. I think this time is actually better than the last time when we went on the Allure of the Seas. I think the food overall on this ship is better than our last time when I was pregnant. We went on Allure of the Seas for baby move, and the main dining experience and the overall food experience on Allure of the Seas 2 years ago wasn't great. That was when they about to change their menu, but now I think even though the menu is smaller, but I think the food overall is pretty good. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope this video can help you out checking out the main dining. I think we just missed one day at main dining because that day the baby was asleep and Brandon almost didn't make it back to the ship from one of the port days, but other days it was really great. That day was actually really sad because I was looking forward to the green lentil soup as an appetizer. That one is always my favorite, but oh well, next trip. That's it for today. Thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have sailed with Royal Caribbean recently, comment down below what's your experience with main dining. I think overall it was an improvement compared to the last time. And I feel like our last trip, the main dining experience was the lowest. It used to be really, really good. And for some reason, there was this one trip that we didn't really like the dining experience as much. It's still not bad, but now I think it's overall improved. And comment down below what your experience has been. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.